Hi there, I am Laurie Delk.
Hello, I am Rara is in the house, Kathryn Asaro Myers. And we are the Gratitude Girls. We're speaking to you tonight from 3 different cities, 2 different countries, and a partridge in a pear tree. Laurie, I'm so excited about tonight's show for so many reasons. I'll tell our guests where I am, what town and city and country I'm in. So tonight, I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is basically our new home, our new residence for the last 6 months. And we're really excited to be here. I'm really excited to be here. And my partner, Laurie Delk. Laurie, would you like to tell everyone where you are sitting tonight?
Sure, I am currently in Nashville, Tennessee.
Awesome, Nashville. I still haven't been there yet, and I know we were just talking about this. You came to Canada, and I haven't been to Nashville, so I guess I better hustle it. I came really close to come in a couple of weeks ago, but close is just not good enough. But we now have determined that you will come back to Canada or to Toronto in the summer months. So you've given us the guidelines, so we know when to start inviting you. Laurie, it's always exciting to be here for a few reasons. One is because we're here together and we get to share one of our passions, and we have so many. And the other is because we have this amazing, awesome guest. And for some of the people that are listening to us for the first time tonight, they might wonder, why are we here? What is the Gratitude Girls? If they haven't watched or known, or if they don't know us, or even if they do. We have a mission. We have a mission statement. We have a reason that we met. Would you be kind enough to give our audience your version, which is our version of why are we here? What are we doing?
Sure, yeah. So one of the passions that I have had for the last 13 years is with a greeting card and gifting company. And Kathryn is also in that company with me. And at our conventions each year, our CEO gives an award to one person. And every year it's always been one person for whatever that theme is for that year. Then the awards kind of goes along with that for that person. And so 2013 was the gratitude year. And so our CEO announced Miss Kathryn Asaro Myers, and she went up, and I was busy taking lots of pictures and videotaping all her accolades and everything. And then he said another person that he decided to have a tie that year, and he ended up calling my name. And so it was the first time that there was ever a tie. And Kathryn and I actually are cross-lined to each other in that company. So we met on stage at this event. And afterwards, we just had that special bonding that where when you meet somebody, you just know something just clicks and you know that there's something there. And Kathryn and I both knew that. We both felt it. And right away, within like 3 minutes of walking off the stage, Gratitude Girls was born.
It really was magical. I love when you tell the story, Laurie, because I get to relive it. I get to think about that moment when my knees could barely hold me up, and then I saw you. And when I gave you a hug and when we walked down the stairs, I remember that. And every time you tell it, it comes like right up to the forefront again. And I think that was really special because you meet people all the time and when you have a connection with someone, but that was like a rock solid connection that we had. It was just instantaneous. And both winning an award by our peers, being obviously nominated by the people that know and love us, and keeping that going. So to our audience, what Laurie and I decided to do was to share gratitude, but not just ours, to share gratitude with different people. So once a month, we host the Gratitude Girl Show. And more times than not, maybe 10 out of 12 times, we'll have a guest on the show. Once in a while, Laurie's my guest and I'm her guest, so that we can do a once a year checkup or check-in on what's happening with us. And it's how we get to know people. So regardless of the date in the month, Laurie and I are here. And we have been here. I would say that we're loyal gratituders, if there is such a word for that. we certainly are happy to interact with the people in our life, and we meet people. And I'll segue into, Laurie, if I may, segue into our guest. You talk about people that you're loyal to and how you meet someone and you don't really know, when you're going to meet them. And maybe I'll let our guest tell us how that happened. So one day I did not know our guest, and one day I did. And the day that I met our guest, like Laurie can say, we have been together since. We have a professional relationship, we have a personal relationship, and I would call us pretty close. So aside from that, Rawan Del Priore is an awesome woman. She's a businesswoman. She's a daughter. She is a sister. She's a daughter-in-law. She's a wife. She's a best friend. She has a business where she's the best friend to many women because her aesthetic business is something that gets really upfront and close, upfront and personal with women. So you have to be really open to be able to hang around women all the time. I'd like to introduce Rawan Del Priore, and if we could give a round of applause for Rawan, I'd like to say welcome to Gratitude Girls. Rawan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Kat?
I am terrific. Rawan, would you like to tell a little story about maybe how we met?
Yeah, of course. So, how long has it been, Kat? I'd say
Almost, it's over 2.5 years.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. So almost 3 years. I know you were referred by a good friend, and honestly, the minute you walked down those stairs, I honestly want to say we hugged right away. I'm pretty sure we did. And you're so bubbly, and we just connected right away. And
we did.
I believe the first time you came in was when you got your nails done.
I had something else done too.
Yeah. So, and yeah, it was just after that time, it was awesome. You came in all the time, and yeah, it was great.
Well, Rawan, it's really who you are and who you and Lena are. So maybe you can tell our audience a little bit about what is the business that you have, if you don't mind sharing that, because they must be wondering, what did I do? I walked down the stairs. What did you do to me?
Of course. So my mother-in-law owns Natural Touch Aesthetics. It's located in St. Catharines. It's a cute little home business. But she opened about 18 years ago, and it isn't such a small home business anymore. It's expanded, and even though we're still at the same location, our clientele has grown so much over the years, and we're so grateful for that. And we have awesome clients, and we do a lot of services ranging from manicures, pedicures, to facials. We do laser hair removal, spray tans. Like, honestly, a lot of our clients like to say we're a one-stop shop. So when they come for everything, which is awesome.
Right. You can take care of everyone from head to toe. And Rawan, how is it that you got into this business of aesthetics and the salon? How did you get there?
So it was never my intention. So it's like, I went to school for business. I attended Brock, was always, I don't know why, but it was always my dream to go into finance. And, I graduated from Brock, and right away I got a job at CIBC. Awesome. I was working as an advisor. And while I was there, I was still working 2 other jobs. So my other job was helping my mother-in-law at the salon. So I was just doing a lot of like marketing and like answering the phones and that kind of stuff for her there part-time. And, a couple of years went by, and I didn't like the bank so much. Just wasn't for me. and loved working at the salon. Even though I wasn't at this point doing services, I just was there enough that I saw the atmosphere and just the vibes that were there. It was just, people were loved being there and were happy. And it was just, I was always surrounded by a lot of lovely women. And so kind of that's where it started. And so I ended up taking courses, and here I am today, 7 years later.
Wow. And Rawan, is there something that, I mean, I know what you do for me, but is there something that you really enjoy? Like, you're around women all day long. So let's start with this. You're around women all day long. If I didn't say women all day long. So now, if you're around women all day long, you know, not everybody walks in and says like they have a really great day. So what is one of the special things that you like to do with women that keeps your morale up? What are one of the services that you like?
I mean, I like doing a lot of the things at the salon, but I want to say probably doing manicures is one of my favorite, because you're one-on-one, but you're also facing the client. So you can actually have like a full conversation with them. I almost sometimes feel like I'm their therapist, and I love it. Because some women walk in and they can be having an awful day, and they walk out and their whole mindset has changed. Just by having a conversation, you know? Like,
right.
Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, you know?
And what are you, within 2 feet, 3 feet distance of these women?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm touching them, right? So like,
right. So you're
virtual, but it's physical too, right?
Right. So you're the person that really gets up close with them. And so what happens? How do you elevate your mood, and how do you keep your energy up during the course of the day? Because you are with women all day long. Did we say that? So how do you keep your energy and spirit up?
I always start work being very positive, regardless of the kind of day I'm having, or the night I've had, or anything that could possibly go wrong. I always start work with such a positive mind and attitude. So it just keeps me going all day.
Is there any special ritual or quote or habit that you have that aids you and assists you to remain so positive?
Well, I wish I could say I did yoga. I don't, unfortunately. I have to make time for that. But yeah, you know what? I have an Instagram page, and it's called Niagara.beauty. And on that page, I do post a lot about the salon and what's going on there. But I also post a lot of positive quotes. And, you know, when I see people, they always comment like, oh my God, I love what you posted. I love like following you and seeing all the things that you post. And just reading that, it kind of gets your spirits up a little bit. So I do read a lot, and I do read a lot of those kind of quotes and stuff too.
Is there a
Because it really changes your mindset too.
Yes, yeah, pardon me for interrupting. Yes, absolutely. I follow you on Instagram as well, so I love your quotes. Is there a favorite quote that you have that you would like to share with our audience today?
Let me get back to you on that. I got to think about that one.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of awesome ones, but yeah, there's one in particular, but I want to look it up if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I can take like 1 second.
Go ahead. Yes, let's hear it.
And it's really about like women motivating other women, which I really love. So it says, you can always tell who the strong women are. They're the ones you see building one another up instead of tearing each other down. So that one I really love, because, you know, we all know like women can sometimes together can be like really bad, and negative and jealous and, but the way I see it is we're the same. We share a lot of the same things. And, I just feel like we should be supporting one another and building each other up and helping one another be successful. And I think sometimes women seeing other women successful like tears them down, and I don't understand why.
Well, you have a great outlook and a great mindset about that. So this is obviously the positive energy that you have. So let me ask you this, knowing what your intention is and how you feel and recognizing that women should partake in life like this, what is the part that you feel that you contribute to lifting other women?
Well, when people come in, they come in for service, but so me just, let's say, giving somebody a facial or doing lashes on somebody or giving somebody a manicure to make them feel better. It's not just that aspect, it's the energy that myself and Lena bring to them as well. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, I know.
It's not just making people feel better by like what I'm physically doing. So like getting their nails done or giving them a facial or, giving them a spray tan, because like, some women will come in and the next day they'll call and they'll be like, honestly, Rawan, like I loved what you did. You made me feel so good. I feel like giving somebody a spray tan, I feel like sexy, or I feel like that honestly makes me feel so good. And it makes me feel like I've made somebody's day,
Yes, of course, because it's not just what you do. So I have my take on it. You are positive. You are right there. You're not just close, but you get into the zone of where we are. And then you go one step further and you go out of your way. You serve us something. I know what you do for me. I know you do for all of your clients because you go out of your way for everyone. You're really there contributing. I know that you lift me up every time I go. I wouldn't drive 2 hours, an hour and a half, an hour and 10 minutes, depends on traffic. I mean, I wouldn't do that if I didn't feel, first of all, it's connected to you and so good. You do it every time. You never, ever, ever let me down in almost 3 years with your positivity and understanding. You truly do. If women around the world could imitate, could emulate what you do, and you do it for an hour, for 2 hours at a time, maybe 10 times a day, maybe 20 times a day, because you might see, 3 or 4 women in an hour come in between yourself and Lena. So you basically do that. If it's an 8-hour day and you see 3 people and you might see 5, think how many women you touch and how you do lift them up, how you do get them to leave feeling better than they came in. That's a lot of women. That's a lot of women. Now, when you go home at the end of the night, what do you do to release that? Is there something that you do? Do you like, what? What's your habit?
So typically, after work, I'll go home, and if I haven't had dinner ready in the morning, then I'll get it ready at night. And honestly, for me, I love either like making dinner or cleaning. And I know that sounds ridiculous after working like 8 to 10 hours, but that like helps me like kind of just like wind down a little bit after like a busy work day. Or I'll like take a bath, or I mean, I haven't been in the gym in a long time, but typically I sometimes like to go to the gym after work just to, kind of release the day.
And Rawan, I know we talked about this because your business is spotless and everything is in its place, and that's a comfort zone for you. I know we share that. We share that. So certain people can't understand that language, but we definitely do. So yeah, that's a comfort zone for us. If somebody says, oh, I'll help you, it's like, no, if you take it away from me and not helping me, you're taking away the thing that I love to do. I don't find doing a chore. I find it therapeutic, right? There are a few different things that I find therapeutic in the habit of doing it. So I can understand that, and I appreciate you sharing that. So, you know, during the course of your career in natural touch, there are 7 years, you said, lucky 7, right? Well,
Yeah.
thank Lena for having that opportunity for you, and to you for seeing it. Is there someone in your professional life, and then I'm going to ask you in your personal life too, is there someone in your professional life that you're really super grateful? Now, I know these are tough questions because there are probably so many people, but is there someone that just comes to mind that you're really grateful for that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I mean, in my professional life, my mother-in-law, Lena, for sure, for giving me such an amazing opportunity. I mean, we work so well together, and we make a great team, and she's awesome to work with. And yeah, I mean, she's helped me along the way, so I'm definitely grateful for her, for sure.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yes, Lena, and you are definitely a good team, definitely a great team. It's like you get in that zone, and you know, the first thing is, you know, you get that body surge of, you know, the hello, from the eye contact to the hello. You guys like really nail it with that. In a personal level, and I don't want you to feel like you have to answer the question, but is there someone in your personal life that you're really grateful for that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I mean, I know we talked about this earlier. There's a lot of people that I'm grateful for, but I'm especially grateful for my mom, and I definitely don't tell her that enough. But I don't know how she does it, but she always puts her kids first. And I know there's a lot of moms out there that do that, but I don't know. She's one of a kind. She's probably the nicest person somebody could ever meet in their life. And yeah, I mean, I show her in different ways, but I don't think I tell her enough how amazing she is, and how wonderful of a person she is.
Well, Rawan, she's definitely going to know after tonight when you send her the link or ask her to watch the show if you do. And
Yeah.
so will Lena. And that's something that will last a lifetime. It's a link, but she can watch it over and over again and hear it. So I appreciate you answering those questions. Is there a story? Is there something that happened in your life that you could, you know, think about and say, wow, like I'm really grateful that that happened to me? There's something that, and I know we didn't talk about this earlier, so some of the questions, right, you know, it's just we're hanging out, we're just coming, you know, to get to know each other better and our audience to get to know you. But is there something that happened to you that you can say, yes, that was the pivotal moment, and I'm grateful for that?
At the top of my head, I think going back to when I was in university, I had the opportunity to go abroad and go to France for 4 months. I did a semester at, and I attended a business school about an hour north of Paris. And that was probably very life-changing and one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had, because I lived at home for my whole life, and I attended Brock, which is local. It's in Niagara. And going away for 4 months and seeing Europe was definitely life-changing for me. It made me grow up. It opened my eyes to so much and so many different cultures. And it was, I'll never forget that experience.
Oh, awesome. I don't think I knew that about you. I'd love
Really?
to.
We never talked about it?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. Well, we're happy that you had that opportunity and that we're on this journey together with you. Now, this may be a little bit unusual to kind of flip the camera around, but I would like to give you the opportunity to I would like to ask Laurie first if she has any questions for you. And then after, I would like to give you the opportunity to ask Laurie and I a question if there's anything that's on your mind. But first, pardon me, Laurie, excuse me, if there's anything that you would like to learn about Rawan, here she is.
Sure, yes. I love hearing the stories and hearing all your experiences, and really, really neat to learn more about you too. So one thing that I noticed while you were talking, of course, is just I can feel your genuine sincerity and gratitude just overall about life. And that's just really great. That's really refreshing. And I can see how you can, automatically share that with others because you're sharing it with us, and that's, like Kathryn said, that's really great, especially working with a lot of women come in from jobs or whatever that are highly stressed or whatever. And I know, like, when I have my spa days, it's that, I'm not giving that up, like, no matter what. I'll eat grass outside in the backyard before I'll give up a spa day. So, so that's really great. But, so one thing I thought about, so, getting to work with your mother-in-law too, and having that good relationship is really great because, there's all those jokes out there, right, about, your mother-in-law or father-in-law on either side of the fence for women or for guys. And so that's really good that you have that really great relationship there, and you can keep, I'm very big on having a very close-knit family. I'm very close to my family and my children and things like that too. So that's really special. What do you foresee, like, in the next 3 to 5 years in your future of things that you want to add to your gratitude list of what you'd like to see happen in your life or in your business, and how is that going to affect what you're doing now?
I mean, I'm definitely going to be at the salon. That's not going to change. I don't see myself changing careers anytime soon or in the near future. So definitely hope to be in the next 3 to 5 years, still, working at the salon. Anything new? I mean, we're always moving houses. So I might be in a new house after 3 to 5 years. I don't know. I mean, we do love to travel. So hopefully we can cross some more things off the bucket list. And I don't know. That's really all I could think of right now. Did I kind of answer your question?
Yeah. What's the so travel and bucket list? So what's the number one place that you want to visit one day?
So next on our list, I'd love to go see Greece. I've been to a lot of places in Europe, but never got to go to Greece. So that's kind of next on our list.
And Rawan, I wanted to say, as you mentioned, you like to move. And I understand that a lot about you. When someone moves, it's not just we're moving. It's a life-changing transition moving. And you do that so effortlessly. You do that like a pro, like you do everything else. You do that like you could write a book on it. So when you mention, we like to move, it means that you are willing. And I get it. Like, I'm willing to change my life all the time. It feels exciting. And I believe that you have that seed as well. And, you have a plan and an adventure with yourself and your husband, with Rob. So when Rawan says she moves, she doesn't just move. I mean, everything is done just right, to the T, the way she does everything else. And I believe that that's something someone could ask you advice on. So really kudos to you for being able to have a career and with a tight-knit family and doing that. So I think you're awesome for that. I would love to turn the show over to you.
Sure. Okay, so I have thought of a question for you ladies. So I know you're very passionate about what you do now, but is there something else that you could think of that if there was another career that you could have, what would it be? If there's something else in life, if there's maybe something else that you wanted to do before you just never did it, or is there another career that you'd want to be in?
Laurie, would you like to answer first?
I don't know. I don't think so. For me, I absolutely love what I do. I get to help all kinds of people every single day. I own several businesses as well as a few nonprofits, and in every business that I have, I'm always helping people. And I'm being able to see the results of those in different ways of how whatever I did or said or helped them in different ways, how it helped them, whether it's emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically, all different ways. And it's just, the money's great. I make good money, but just experiences and the kudos, that you get when people send you messages through text and email and Facebook and social media and in person and get all kinds of hugs and, it's so rewarding that you can't put a price on that. And I have really crafted my life to be doing exactly what I want to do. And yeah, so I don't think I'd change anything anymore.
Well, I can answer that pretty much the same way, but the way I'd like to lead into that is I've had other careers. So I had a career in real estate, in psychology, exercise, nutrition, life coaching, and I basically, Rawan, have blended those past careers into this career. So I think everything that I did up until the age of 50 gave me what I would say are necessary tools to do what I'm doing. So I understand the business of networking for over 35 years. So 35 years I have that entrepreneurial seed, that entrepreneurial spirit. And then to be able at the age of 50 to say, I am in business for myself, not by myself, and creating and living and designing the life that I want. So sometimes we take a job and we say, I want the job for the money, or I want the job because I love to be around wonderful people. I love to be around wonderful people, but I definitely need to be able to grow so that I can be a good person. And with the restrictions and restraints, I think that would stifle me. So I don't know of another career that would allow me to design my life and live it the way I want. I always liked law. I always liked the technical aspects. I'd love to discuss the detail about something. And in my career, I get to do that. I get to know the law. I get to know what's right, what's wrong. I get to know who's authentic and who is in integrity, and I get to remain in integrity and keep myself in check and be authentic. Forget about anyone else. But because I like the aspect of law, I definitely like to understand how I can be of service to someone in a very ethical, authentic manner. So I think if I were to add to what degree would I like to grow in the business that I'm currently in, that would be, and I'm always, always, always surrounding myself with people that I believe we elevate one another. But I would probably surround myself with lawyers. I would be around them, and I always have. I mean, for the life that I've had, I've probably paid that profession more money than I've ever paid any profession. Hard to believe, but so I think I'd like to incorporate the legalese of the business that I'm in and business in general, so that when I speak to other businesses, I can say I have a team of lawyers and this is what I know about that field. So I believe that information is power. And if I can surround myself with powerful, informed people, then I will be of better service to others. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Yep.
good. Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, not to mention that I like to dance, but you know, that has nothing to do with it. Oh my gosh, Rawan, that's, you know, it's interesting when you ask us a question, right? And then we get to like, okay, how do we answer that? You know, it's great. No one asked me that question lately, so I appreciate that. And when you get to be a rah-rah, it's a full-time thing. So anything that gets in the way of me being that girl is, you know, definitely not going to be in my circle for very long. So we know that. Yeah. Thank you so much. You know, Rawan, it's really great to have time with you. This is the first time in almost 3 years. We're having time together where you are not servicing me and I am, in a sense, servicing you. And I believe that it's fair, but it's unfair because you've been servicing me for so long. So I would like to make a promise that I would like to do more things for you so that you know how much I appreciate you, and not just asking you to keep doing what you love to do, like, oh, can you keep doing that? But I would love to give you time and space and help you to achieve your dreams in any way I can. There's one thing that I like to think about in my daily life, and I do this with those that I love. And I think, what have I done today to help you achieve your goals? So if I'm with my husband, I'm thinking, what are his goals for today? And am I the person that's getting him there or getting in his way? And if I'm with a friend, I want to know, am I being the person that helps them get there? So I would like to offer that to you as a friendship, and I'd like to talk to you more about it so that I could be the person that assists you to get closer to your goals.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Laurie, I don't like looking at the clock, but I know that, you know, we're surrounded by technology and all different kinds of things. I have a prompting though, Rawan. You talked about that quote. Maybe you can take that quote, and Laurie and I will show you where our Gratitude Girls group page is, where people can write some inspirational messages. So we have some social media. We can tell you about that after the show, but I would love for you to write that quote, because I think it would inspire a lot of women, and it would be really nice to have that. And if it's on your Instagram, I'll Instagram it or I'll retweet it. But if you could post that on our page, I think that would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Super. Great. Thank you. Laurie, what about people that are watching our show and they're thinking, I want to be Rawan? Okay, well, Rawan is beautiful and Rawan has it all together and she's in her passion and she's in her zone. So if you want to be like Rawan, get with her. Contact Rawan. I live in Toronto and I go see Rawan in St. Catharines. It doesn't matter where you live. If you have never sat in front of Rawan, I recommend that you do that at least once. And then after that, you tell me how that was. So I'm offering that to every one of our guests. Please go do that and then speak to me. And when I say offering it, I mean, I'm encouraging you to go out of your comfort zone and fly and drive and take the train and do what you have to do to get there. But if you're watching the show tonight, you want to know, how can I be like Rawan? How can I get on the show? Can you tell our audience what they need to do if they want to come on here and talk about their gratitude, their life, their business?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have a Facebook page. It is facebook.com/gratitudegirls. If you go there, you can see about all our different shows and who all our guests have been in the past. And you can watch our shows, our past live shows, on gratitudegirls.com. But on our Facebook page, just click to send us a message. Tell us your gratitude story and what story you want to share with the world. And Kathryn and I both get that message and we get to review it, and then we will contact you and go over things with you, and then find out in our calendar where we can fit you in so we can share your story with the world.
Absolutely. So if you're watching the show tonight and you're thinking about someone, if it's not you, send Laurie and I a message and let us know how you can connect us with that person. We are here no matter what, the fourth Tuesday of every month. Laurie, I'll let you tell people when we're here so that way they'll get all the details just right.
Yeah, absolutely. We are here the fourth Tuesday night of every single month. It is 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, 7:30 Mountain, and 6:30 Pacific.
Yes. And we are here no matter what. So if it's Christmas, if it's Christmas Eve, if it's New Year's Eve, we're here. So that's really the awesome thing about designing your life. This is what we choose to do, and we choose to be here for us and for you. It is the adrenaline surge that I get. I can't imagine a month without Gratitude Girls, not to mention that every single day, Gratitude Girls is part of my life. And I know it's part of yours too, Laurie. And Rawan, I want to thank you so much for the time that you took to be with us today and to share your stories and to reach out to Lena and to your mom. What is your mom's first name?
My mom's first name's Gada.
Gada, yes, and I've met your mom, and I'm sure that Gada will be so excited to know that you were able to share this message with everyone, and I'm sure Lena will too. You're an awesome friend, and I'm so grateful that you're in our life, and I'm so happy that you are on our show tonight. I'd love to be able to follow up with you, and if our guests want to get in touch with you, Laurie's going to post everything, but can you give a quick shout out to how they can reach you?
Yeah, of course. So you can reach us on our Instagram page at naturaltouch.aesthetics, or my personal page is niagara.beauty. Find us there, and you can private message me, and our phone number, address, everything's on there.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Rawan, is there anything else you'd like to say, a parting gratitude word to us or to the audience that's watching tonight?
Thank you so much to you beautiful ladies for having me on the show tonight. I really appreciate it, and it was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, Rawan. Hang out. Don't go anywhere. Laurie and I will chat with you. We'll say goodnight to our audience. And Laurie, I want to thank you again for so many things that you do, and to let you know how I feel about you. And thanks to our audience, because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here.
That's right. Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Good night.
Good night.